admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie, unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight, black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to, being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod, distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of deer in the light, I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize, I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been, continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. Paint, hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was bloom and addiction, a miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids at a minute, drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil or a linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a four cheap rush, then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury your life. I let my means of being dissolve. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings.
Just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, you come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Jets going up against the Steelers. And with that, we'll send you up to the North Shore of Pittsburgh at Heinz Field by the 3 Rivers as we headed over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's second down. And here are the starters offensively, and one of the wideouts, Eric Decker.
Remember when he came out of school, out of Minnesota, many thought he was nothing more than a number 2 or 3 receiver? He's proven everyone wrong. He's a guy who's a high-volume catcher and a terrific player downfield.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. A great read, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And New York set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Looking to throw. Deep drop. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bud Dupree in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. play action fake. They'll look to throw. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got a noon one. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Quinn Patton, 26 yards. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down. It gets a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them. The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
He's got time in the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's brought down after a good gain. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And what a way to take over as they've got it with a 1st and goal. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try again with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He was looking for Quentin Patton that time, and that'll make it third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They're 15 yards there on the catch and run. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's caught. Patton. A gain of 8 and a first down. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll set up to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trey Burton from 6 yards away. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Time to step aside. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They were trying to get it to DeAndre Washington. And it's 3rd and 5. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leading the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And this is incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now out come the Steelers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're going to speed things up here. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown.
And And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
This is Bell on the dump off. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Now a Wildcat look. It's Bell. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Sammy Coates from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that point down.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, it's Bell. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 4th and 4. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy?
There he goes, right side. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Here we go now. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Trey Burton, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top again. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Roethlisberger surveying the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Ben to throw again. On the right side, caught by Green. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And
yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On first, here's Washington. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They'll drop the throw. And he's got Decker, left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. A handoff for Washington. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. On the stop that time, it's William Gay. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Right back to Washington. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and sneak it here. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, another quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Try to pound it in with Washington. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try again with Washington. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DeAndre Washington taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in 1 shot.
1 shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now Washington. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because teams finding